Don't just say interested, but be interested. As the old joke goes, as the old joke goes, you can fake sincerity, you can fake interest either, so don't try. The more you want to influence and get through to discerning and successful people, the more sincere your interest in them need to be. Recently, I was having lunch with an insurance professional in his mid-30s and a lawyer in her early 30s. He asked all the right questions. Where are you from? How did you get into what you do? What do you like about what you do? What will be the best client for you? I was impressed with his questions, and the young woman answered them with enthusiasm. The only problem is that when he asked them, he didn't seem earnest. Instead, he seemed to be following a script he'd learned in a sales training course. He didn't really know to win over the young and somewhat inexperienced woman who joined us, but more experienced senior clients, customers, and prospects who typically have highly refined bullshit detectors would have picked up his insincerity and eaten him for lunch. So, how do you master the skill of being interested and be sincere when you do it? The first key is to stop thinking of conversation as a tennis match. He scored a point. Now I need a score point. Instead, think of it as a detective game, in which your goal is to learn as much about the other person as you can. Go into the conversation knowing that there is something very interesting about the person and be determined to discover it. When you do this, your expectation will show in your eyes and body language. You'll instinctively ask questions that let the other person fully develop an interesting story, rather than trying to trump that story, and you listen to what the other person is saying, rather than thinking solely about what you are going to say next. The second key to being interested is to ask questions that demonstrate that you want to know more. It's not always easy, of course, to get another person to open up so that you can be interested in what he or she is saying. In business setting, the best way I've discovered is to ask questions like this. How'd you get into what you do? I credit Los Angeles super mediator Jeff Knewan with this. He says, it never fails to start and keep people talking. What do you like best about it? What are you trying to accomplish that's important to you in your career? Why is that important to you? If you were to accomplish that, what will it mean to you and what will it enable you to do? In personal relationship, for instance, at a party or on a first date, questions like this can often trigger a heartfelt response. The first, what's the best or worst part of coaching your kids' soccer team, being away from home, etc.? What person has had the biggest influence on your life? The third is that person you are the most grateful to? If not, yes. The fourth, did you ever get a chance to thank that individual? If the person asks, "Why are you asking this question?" you can say, I find giving people the chance to talk about who they are grateful to brings out the best in them. I'd like to imagine that life is perfect. Okay, tell me, what do you see? I credit Los Angeles based human resource specialist Monica Urquidi with this tip. If the person asks why you are asking this, say, I find that learning about people's hopes and dreams tells me what's important to them. That's a good thing to know, don't you think?